Hello, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing Monday and welcome to the Reality Bang. I'm Yohann, your host for the session, and thank you for tuning in. That's it. If you guys want to contribute to our topics, have anything to say, or just want to tell us what an amazing job we're doing, you can reach out to us at 6364252164. Now, let's jump right into it. Today's topic is Children's Day Special. We have a special guest for the show, Mr. Suja. Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, I am Suja. I was a teacher. I have been working almost more than 25 years. This year I didn't work, but I have started my tuitions. Yeah, now I have actually almost 30 students with me. I have been continuing the teaching profession now also. Thank you. I have I have a daughter she's studying in degree first year. Thank you.
It's indeed a pleasure to have you on the show, ma'am. So
Same.
for So for this edition of the Reality Bang, Mrs. Suja and I will be having a discussion regarding Children's Day and give you guys a better viewpoint of this topic. So my first question to Mrs. Suja is, why is Children's Day celebrated in India? So could you please briefly share the history and importance of celebrating Children's Day?
Yeah. I'll do. Before I tell about the reason, I want to thank my God Almighty for His grace, mercy, and all these blessings He's been showering on us. And also, I'm very much thrilled to be with you as we celebrate a day filled with joy, innocence, and boundless potential that is Children's Day. My heartfelt thanks to FEBA Radio for making me to feel honored and privileged. Psalm 127:3 says that, Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb is a reward. And Matthew 19:14 says that Jesus said, Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. And not only that, Matthew 18:1 to 5, when we read, finally he says, the verse 5, he says, Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. So to receive Jesus, first we need to receive the little children who are actually a reward from him. So such a priceless gifts they are. So actually we need to celebrate each and every day for them. But only one day we have allotted, and we are celebrating that day. So first time earlier in India, Children's Day was celebrated on November 20th, and United Nations also they celebrated that day as the World's Children's Day. Overall throughout it was throughout the world they were celebrating the Children's Day. India also celebrated like that. But later our first prime minister Jawaharlal Nehru, he was very much fond of children. And after his death, in the Indian parliament there was a resolution passed, and they celebrated from then onwards. We have been celebrating November 14 as the Children's Day in India. And his great love for roses as well as children is a well-known fact. In fact, he often compared the two, saying that children are like the buds in a garden. They should be carefully and lovingly nurtured, as they were the future of the nation and the citizens of tomorrow. He felt that children are the real strength of the country and the very foundation of society. So adorably referred as the Chacha Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru believed that children are the future of the country and the foundation of the society. He was a great advocate for children's right and for an all-inclusive education system where knowledge is accessible to all. So this day is dedicated to promote the rights and happiness of children, and it is a time for reflection of their needs and aspirations.
Yeah, that was a very good, well put out info. Now, see, children are growing up in very harsh realities, especially in this generation. Now, how can parents be prepared to, guide children down this habit path?
Yeah, as we all know that after Corona period, everywhere, wherever teens are, small children, even small children, we have experienced there is a kind of vast change in them, because online classes started. We had to give the mobiles or any gadget, mobile or laptop, to have the access for their education learning. But now they have taken that as a great opportunity, and every time 24 by 7 some children are into that online, either that video games or something, like they have many technologies or apps that we are not aware of. So it's very, very challenging thing, and it is a universal concern. We cannot say that only Christian community or India or Tamil Nadu or Karnataka or a particular place. It is a universal problem, and everybody is concerned about that. But as a thing, when you overall, when everybody is searching for a solution for that, but when we compare, with other thing, we have, when we read Bible, and we can actually get lot of wisdom in the from the Bible. There are several principles that we need to follow. So first of all, when I think, like, as a mother, and we have been actually in the Bible, it is given when the ladies were actually, when the women were crying when Jesus crucified, no, that he was crucified. So Jesus told them not to cry for him. So he told them to cry for them and their children. So it's very, very important. A mother's prayer is very, very effective in the lives of children. So it's the duty of, first of all, the not only mother, as a parents, we need to pray, and especially the prayer of a mother is very, very, very powerful. So we need to pray. Otherwise, it's very difficult to what you can say, to overcome, like, whatever the temptation the children have to go through. It's not like when we were there in our childhood days, we were not exposed to all these kind of technologies or anything. So children are into a kind of environment where they are very much prone to commit many sins, because it's very clear human tendency, the hormonal change, everything matters. So first thing, we need to teach them the resilience and perseverance. When you take that James 1 2 to 4, if it says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. So nowadays, you can hear about many news, children commit suicide for small silly things. If you snatch the phone from a child, the child is committing suicide. 13 years, 12 years old. How come they learn all this? The way of putting the, not whatever it is, whatever method they are following, we don't know. So where they are learning that, we don't know. And failure in exams, a small thing, they are not able to take anything, everything they are taking very much personal, and it hurts them very much. And not only that, children, and when they come to, many people who are earning very well also, many jumping from 15th floor, 16th floor, like that, they are actually ending their life. So these kind of society we don't want. Actually, God hasn't given anybody to take the authority to, to take away their life. God hasn't given that. So first thing, children, we need to help them to understand that all the challenges are a part of our life and can lead to personal growth. When they are actually facing some challenges, obviously there it will lead to their personal growth, that we have to teach them, and also always encourage them to persevere through difficulties. That is very important. And next one, instilling values and morality. It's very important. The students may be living with many kind of their friends coming from different culture, and they may be following many things, non-ethical things, then which is not according to our Bible or whatever it is. But what our children have to do, they have to make a difference. They have to make, they should not say that, my friend did like that, I had to do that because of, they should not blame anyone else. So here, when you take that, we have to take an example of Joseph. He just ran away from that sin. So he had many chances of committing sins, but he didn't. He was not at all in that vicinity. He just ran away. So always I used to advise now also I advise my children in the sense, my students as well. And they always share many things about, their friends. They are mixing drugs in my water bottle or juice, or with that they are giving, and so many stuff they are telling. So when such kind of things, when the children bring to me, I always say that, take Joseph as an example. Don't be in that particular group of students. Just slowly, gradually, you just come out of that. And if you have actually that influence, if you can have influence on them, then obviously you can do that. You make a change. First, you live a life that is exactly different from them. And by looking at your life, obviously they may also change. That we need to tell, very very important. They should not blame the society or anyone else. God has given very very clearly in Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, even when he is old he will not depart from it. So we should be very strict and tell them very clearly, this is the thing, Jesus doesn't like this. Everything, whatever you are doing, nothing is hidden from him. He is watching everything. So that they should be very clear. And sense of purpose that we have to foster among them. It's very important, because sometimes when the children know, they compare peer pressure, know that one child may have the talent of studying very, like, memory power. They may have memory, because our education system is like that, and that child may feel very inferior. And all the other children, like, otherwise body shaming, some may be obese or, like, anything they may say that, but the children may get disappointed or discouraged. So we have a very good memory verse, very Bible verse saying that, Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So only thing, all these things are in the hands of God. So God has created you for a purpose. So that you find out what is your talent, nurture that, and you will always excel in this world. Anything, God will actually honor your hard work. That we should tell them. And promoting faith and trust. God, the children should not be overconfident, saying that, "Oh, I am very beautiful, I am very good at studies, I am very good at dancing, I am very good at that." They should not actually take that to credit or something like that. I am very rich. No, these are all the gifts or something temporarily given by God. That they should know. And whatever, like, hard work or anything, if they put, sometimes many children, they said, I worked hard, so I got it. It's not like that. So Bible verse clearly says that, Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. And not only that, the horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory belongs to the Lord. So Proverbs 21:31. So these verses and all, we have to tell them, encourage the children to have faith. Sometimes they may come directly, Mommy, I want this. Otherwise, Daddy, I want this. So you tell them, go and kneel down, ask God, have faith in him, he will give you. Instead of, like, every time whenever they give you, we should not provide everything whenever they want. So they may think that they don't know the value of that particular thing or anything. So you always inculcate that. First, you go, kneel down, pray to God, ask, he will give you. He will give either through us or to somehow he will give. So that faith we have to inculcate in them. And teaching the power of words. Sometimes they will say that, I will die, I am good for nothing, I cannot do, I cannot perform, I can only study this. But some children always they speak negative words. So that also we should tell them very clearly. Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So whatever we say continuously, that will happen. So that also we should tell them. You should not. You always say that God will bless me, I will come up in life, I will lead a holy life, I will be the child of God. Something like that, very positive kind of words they have to speak. So,
Okay. Now, what should the focus of children of this generation be, and also what perspective should they look at?
so first of all, perspective, when you take that, um, they have to have love and compassion in this world. So everywhere nowadays, no war between this country, that country. So every kind of studies are getting marks, and in a good profession, it doesn't matter. First of all, we have to live a peaceful life. That's very much important. When we see the people going, like, leaving everything, their own country, their own belongings, everything, with one small carry bag and a crowd of people going, what is the feeling we have? How did we feel that time? So this kind of world, everywhere, so much money we are spending on defense. Why? We are very much scared of the next neighboring country. Why it's happening? So, first of all, we should have that love and compassion. The children should have that. We are actually focusing on academics, getting state first or entrance exam, NEET exam, that exam, this exam. We are not at all giving a kind of knowledge to them. These qualities are more important than getting a very good profession. So that is the
Okay.
thing. Everybody is running towards that target, leaving the basic things, foundations, what we are supposed to have. So without a foundation, we are trying to construct a multi-storied building that will collapse very easily. Collapsed already so many places, we have been witnessing that. So first thing, they should cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for others. So love, God has given that overall commandments. He has given it within two commandments. The second one is Matthew 22:39. It says, "Love one's neighbor as yourself." You have to love. So when we are loving the other person like us, obviously we will not do all this stuff. What is happening around us, it will never happen. Then, so that is very very important. So this helps them to have a kind of showing kindness, empathy, and concern for the well-being of others. The empathy comes means obviously no kind of this kind of destructive things will not happen by the humankind. That is the first one. Second thing, servanthood and humility. So Christian children or whoever or whatever it is, that they have to we have to encourage them to adopt a humble and servant-minded attitude, because in Mark 10:45 it says that even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life a ransom for many. So that Jesus himself, he served. So we need to have that. No, we should not have that pride, or like nowadays children, I have been witnessing even the elders, they are not respecting most of the children. Schools, teachers, hi hi hi, they are telling. So when we were actually, I am not telling that so they say that boomer or some the boomer auntie or something, they will say the olden days. It's like that. No, we used to wish the teachers with good morning teacher. So nowadays we cannot hi at that also. They sometimes they don't do that. So first, the humility should be very, very, it's very important, because Jesus has given an example. He lived like that. So we need to, that the children should have that perception. And also they should have a biblical knowledge and wisdom. And that they should have a thorough knowledge, about the Bible. And not only knowing the stories and teachings of that whatever is given in Bible, but also apply that biblical wisdom in their day-to-day life. Proverb 9:10 says that he who walks with integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will become known. See, now integrity, this word, even adults, it's very difficult to see that. Everybody is, as I said, that no, they are actually focusing towards one goal, power hungers. Many people are power hungry, and what they are doing, they're pulling the other person down, and they are not doing their work properly. And something they talk, and some, I don't know how to express that. And finally, the persons who are working hard, they are not able to reach their goal. So this kind of integrity is not there. Means it's very difficult. It's very difficult. But God actually, He is watching everything. He will honor the hardworking people. That is there. But our children, they should have that perception. So they should live with the integrity, and they should not lie. Always they should be honest, and also they should, as we said, that they should depend on God for everything. So be anxious for nothing. In Philippians 4, 6 to 7, it says that be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God. So some children, there are very many children after Corona, especially single children, those who have single children, they are suffering a lot, because they did not have a companion during those days when 2 years, almost two and a half years, 2.5 years we were at home without any companions, and the parents were doing work from home and in front of the laptop. Children did not get any companions to stress out or something like that. Many are into depression. Many children are into depression. So we have to teach them, so God is your true friend. Don't be why you are having that anxiety, tell everything to him. He's your true friend. So like that, they should have, the children should have that feeling. I have a true friend, and he is whatever I tell him, he will not, the confidential matters also, he will not say anyone, he will not spread that to anyone. So that kind of true friend I have, why should I worry about anything? So that kind of perception our children should have. And also they should have that gratitude. So nowadays in this materialistic world, it's missing. Every day when you give present something, they love you, they like you. And if they're asking something and if you're not able to give, then their changes, behavior is changing. I feel like that even small children also have that problem. So they should have this perception, gratitude they should have. because 1 First Peter 4:10 says that as each one has received a gift, minister it to one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. So nowadays, we are blessed with a good shelter and so many belongings we are actually enjoying, that all belongs to God. He has given to us. Why he has given to us? He We have to bless the underprivileged. So that perception they should have. They should not be very greedy. So $100 if you give, also the 101 again they are grabbing, means they are not satisfied, they are not content. They should actually they should have the perception this is a gift given by God. So that gift is given by God to me to bless the people, those who are lacking for that. That feeling they should have, that perception they should have. And also they should have hope and eternal perspective, not only in this world. Our life is not ending here. There is another eternal life we are going to live with our Lord Jesus. So for that, am I actually my everyday, am I living a life just reflecting the image of Jesus? So what are the qualities I have to, when I'm doing something Jesus is not happy, so that means my father is actually not happy, he is very sad, I have made him sad. That means what will I do? I have to come out of that. So every day they need to sit and analyze and find out otherwise end of the day they have to sit and think, today what are the things I have done, and how did I make Jesus happy, and how did I make him sad. So from that, next day, slowly, gradually only we can do that. So slowly their perception, no? So slowly when they change it, obviously there will be a lot of change in the character happens, and Jesus also will be happy, and our world will be the happiest. Our no, the whole universe will be the happiest. So all our children, not only that, they have to be they have the perception that not only memory power or getting good marks. Many children are actually depending on the marks, and if they are getting not a professional course they aim for or something like that, immediately they are feeling very disheartened. So it's not like that. They have to have the faith in God, and other than that, God has blessed them with many talents. So when they are actually developing that talents, so obviously they can excel in that attitude they should have, that perception they should have. And also they should love everyone, and especially, as I said, that empathy. I said no, that when they see child laborers, their own age group children, so they must be doing work laborers from morning to evening without going to school, because they will be very much eager to go to school, but their situation is like that. But these children should have that empathy towards them, and instead of celebrating a birthday or anything with their friends, going and spending a lot of money, wasting money, I can say that, waste of money. So that instead of that, when they see a child like that, immediately help, that empathy they should have. I have to get some dress for them. And otherwise, Christmas season is actually coming, they can say that, okay, instead of getting 5 dresses for me, I can buy 2 or 3 for them. Others, I can get 2 enough. So that kind of feeling if they have, and they put others first, then obviously our world will be the better place, and our children will make a change in this world.
Yeah. So coming over to my favorite question now, I always love when my teachers used to talk, very highly of me, even when I was not there, even when I was there. So now, as a teacher, what do you like most about children?
Children. So by looking at them only, we will actually forget all our sadness. Okay, I always
Yeah.
enjoy it. I used to enjoy. Now also I'm enjoying. Very bubbly they are, and the way they speak, that we will be very happy. That moment when we go inside the classroom, when they come, immediately we will actually go into another world. That is a very good thing. I really enjoy that, their presence. We will be like children. We will be. I will be actually totally into my age, and I'll forget. I'll be totally into their age group, and I'll come down to their level. That I really like, and they are keen observers, from the crown of the head to the sole of our leg, everything they'll check.
Yeah.
And now nowadays children, even the shoes they will not leave. brand, and our children are behind brands, you know that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
everybody will be looking that which brand, then till then, no, I don't know what to say that into that, whether they are listening to the class or not. They listen whether the matching earring, matching this from LKG. I'm not saying that teens, no, from LKG onwards they are doing that, keen observers. So we should be very careful when we are advising them. They observe our behavior, how I am behaving with others, everything matters, because they will be observing very well. So that is one important thing I noticed. And also curiosity and eagerness to learn, always they have the curiosity, they'll ask many questions. And what is this, how is it, why is it happening like that, they will. And also innocence and authenticity, we can 100% we can rely on them. So they don't have that, like, vengeance or some, that hidden agenda will not be there. And very authentic they are. So honesty, simplicity, these and all we can see in a child. And creativity and imagination, so there most of the time we are not allowing them to be very creative. We are asking them to learn something and write that answers. But many children, they have very good creativity and imagination. And see it, when we appreciate every child instead of rote learning, they would have invented many things, many new inventions we would have got. So our education system also should change a little bit. And resilience and determination, so that I like. So we people, if something happens with adults and all, we sit and cry for that, and so many months together we will be grumbling and we'll be talking about that. But they are not like that. They will come back immediately, like a bounce back from that situation, and they'll carry on with their work. That I like very much. And they can overcome all the obstacles because of that. And sense of wonder and amazement, see, most of the time we will take everything for granted. One waterfall also, we don't enjoy that, we will not stand there and admire the beauty of that. But these children, one butterfly, oh, how many colors are, they'll start counting that, how many colors, and how this butterfly is different from another butterfly, and how this butterfly is different from another dragonfly, so many things. And they, that really, give happiness. When we observe them, we feel happy. And anything if they find new, they'll ask, what is this, how we, that thing also I like. Then compassion, most of the children, they have that compassion. If some friend, if he had a fall or something, immediately the way they used to go and help. So that is, the compassion is there. And also kindness, they have that. So in the classroom, the teamwork and all, we can see this, how they are helping others, how they are compassionate towards others. And if a child, if her classmate is not able to get a geometry box or whatever it is, these children share. If the classmate forgets to get the lunch box, immediately, they say that no need to go to canteen, we will provide, today we will sit together and we'll share the food. So sharing also. Even break time, we can see nobody will sit in their place. How many rules and regulations you try to implement, that will fail. And during especially short break and lunch break, they roam around the whole class and they share the food and they enjoy that. I really love them. And sense of humor, always. That many, their humor, no, it will be infectious, it will spread like that, then forest fire, something like that. It's very nice. And always, even the adults also enjoy that. And unique personalities, every child is unique. Any some children may say that I'm not good at, but that child, every child is unique. And they are blessed with many talents. And their personalities, that because of the unique personalities, it adds richness to the classroom community, especially when they come to classroom. It is really, full of the whole world, one kind of society we can see within a classroom, like that multifaceted students. And progress and growth, they always want to progress and that to grow. And they ask a lot of questions, inquisitiveness, so they want to find out that, no, why is it happening, the reason out. So that is there. Yeah, these are some qualities I usually admire.
Well, your students are definitely going to be happy hearing that from their teacher.
Thank you.
So, my final question now, as young adults, we young adults, now, how can we be good influencers to the children?
Yeah, that's the first. It's a good question. Actually, we have to obviously influence them. We are, because as I said that they are keen observers, they observe us, and whatever we are doing, and instead of preaching or telling many things, advise them, it will not work. So always we need to through our life we have to influence the first thing, as I said, that prayer. It's very important, practicing prayer. That is very, as I said, that mother, when we that's Luke 23:28 only. I said that, no, that daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, but weep for yourself and for your children, Jesus has told. And when you take example from Bible, that Samuel's mom, she cried for a child. Okay, that prayer was answered, and she got Samuel and other children. And Samuel has become, he had become a prophet. And that nine that city, that widow, she lost her son, she cried, and Jesus did a miracle there, and he became, her son became alive. And when you, these are all biblical examples. When you take that church history, revolution in church history, when you take mother of Augustine of Hippo, that his mother, Monica, the name itself, no, that they have given an adjective, the weeping Monica, it's given like that. So she used to weep and pray, that wept. So that really, God answered that prayer. And Martin Luther's mother, Katharina Luther. So all these, in the history overall, if you take that, all these, so many missionaries and all, every missionaries behind that, there will be a praying woman, prayerful mother used to be there. Now also, anywhere, any houses, if you see that the children are blessed, means obviously the mother must be very, very prayerful woman. That is very important. Then next thing, not only that, not only we pray, we have to make them also pray. That is important. Then modeling Christian values. First of all, we have to live a life with faith. That is very important. So we have to show love to others, kindness, patience, forgiveness, and all the other values given in the Bible. Because as I said, that they observe. So if I am talking about you should be kind, if I am not kind, obviously my child won't follow that. Then sharing personal faith journeys. So I would have witnessed many miracles. I would have experienced that from my Lord. So instead of telling to in a public place or not, first of all we have to tell in our family, especially the children. They may not be aware of that. So every time we have to, how much I struggled, and how that I from my professional growth, what are the miracles God has done. Otherwise, my, when I was sick, how God healed me. Many things, when I had faith, I could God did like that. Something I have to say that very clearly to the children, because Deuteronomy 6:7 says that you shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise. You see, every time you have to talk about that, it says. So we have to talk about them, so that when the children, our children also, when they, not only our children, our neighbor, when you go in the, our society, when I am a teacher, when I go to the classroom, I can share that in a general way, so children will have that faith. So they also, when they go through such a kind of situation, immediately they will recall, okay, my mom had an experience like that, my teacher had an experience, so she did like that, she prayed, so she had faith, so God could do a miracle. So that children also will do that. And teaching Bible stories and principles, our children should have, small children, that age appropriate stories. We need to tell all the stories about that, that personalities in the Bible. Then family, that can be done either in the family prayer, or casual conversations, when you have lunch together, dinner together, food together, we can talk to them. So many children nowadays, they have become atheist. Even Christian children, they are saying that they are actually, they are, I am an atheist, so no God is there. So we have to encourage. Next one, what I want to say is encouraging questions and exploration, because they explore. We cannot say that no, you have to read Bible and follow, because that's nowadays situation. The children are like that, because they are with many children, and their friends also will ask many questions, so they will come with many questions. You should not say that, shut your mouth, sit and read Bible. That is not the answer. If you say that, obviously they will, after 2 days again they'll say, I am an atheist, I don't believe. How Jesus is different from others? If they ask, we should have a proper explanation, we should have a thorough knowledge on Bible. So always encourage them. and you should be an approachable person. And when you are going and shouting at them when they come with a question, then obviously they will not come. They only will decide and they will go. So instead of that, you make the children feel comfortable asking question. Let them ask question. And always any faith they can ask many questions, but you should have a clear cut knowledge on that our faith, and you have to explain them, and you have to provide some guidance and support, because they always explore their understanding of God, like that they will always explore, but we help them to explore, and we should actually travel with them to explore and find out the truth. Then they will have a correct confirmation, then they will follow, and they will do whatever we say and whatever Bible says. And participating in church activities, it's very important, like that when they have a Sunday class or youth fellowship or teens fellowship or something like that, always they will be hearing that God's word, and they will develop that faith in God. So always encourage them to do that, and that fellowship with other people. So, and that is very important. And as I said, that guidance in morality and ethics, already we explained that. And spirit of service, we have to develop a spirit of service, and we are blessed, so we can take them to serve the underprivileged. Go to an orphanage. Many Adivasi children are there. You go take them wherever they are living, and show them how they are living, how you are blessed. Many times children are not valuing what they are blessed with. So they will have a knowledge on that, and they will thank God for that. And not only that, you help them to donate something. And as I said, the birthday or anything they have to. That is very, very important. And promoting healthy understanding of God's love. God forgave our sins in the cross. So now we also should forgive. If somebody is actually somebody wronged against me, so we should not have the grudge within us. So it will actually spoil our physical and mental health. That the children, first of all, we should follow that. When we follow that, obviously, children also will follow that, because many people we have blood BP, high BP, so many things we are developing because stress is the root cause for many ailments. So when you take them, when you go to the doctors, they will say that the basic, what is that, culprit will be the stress. From where that stress is coming? Stress is coming mainly, we are not able to forgive people. We may preach, we may, like, including me, I'm talking. Preaching is very easy. You should forgive. But when it comes, no, when somebody betrays you, it's not so easy to forgive them. It will take a lot of time, because that pain, no. But when we are talking to our children, first of all, before talking to them, first we should experience that. We should do that. We should forgive. So that experience you can share to the children. That will be a great influence. So overall, when I tell that, we should be a role model to them. So how we are, whatever we are reading in the Bible, the principles we have to follow, then surely we will influence them. And the positive role models among like, in our society, in our church, we can show that person, so how they are living. And Job in the Bible, when there are so many tribulations he had to go through, but how he had that firm faith in God. So that kind of examples we can tell them, and we also live a life like that. Obviously our children will be influenced by us.
Yeah. Now, that officially brings us to the end of today's show. A huge thank you to Mrs. Suja for joining the show and sharing your valuable input to our viewers.
Okay, thank you. The first last one, I want to say a few words. Thank you so much. Children must always be looked upon as belonging to the Lord. This I want to tell all the parents also. They are not our property. They are not our property at all. They are a sacred trust, a holy heritage. They are a gift from God. They are God's property. Parents are only stewards or managers given an assignment by our Lord to take care of his property in such a way that he gets the most return or dividends from his investment. He invested on the children, and he made us, like, to take care of the managers, to take care of that property. So these children, all the children are, they belong to God. So that first of all we should understand. So all the time, like, sometimes we are very much bothered about their future, their NEET exam, there's so many stuff. So, how many hours in a day we are spending for the investor? Investor is God. How many hours we are actually talking about God with the children? That we should be very careful. Then our investor will be happy. The investor who invested on that property called children. So they are the heritage from him, and he somehow, because of his grace, he made us the in what is the managers, that we should be happy. And one more verse says that one thing, if our child is very successful in life but no relationship with Jesus, then he, if he is lost, means that no relationship with Jesus means, what is the profit? It is given like Matthew 16:26, for what profit is to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? So no use. Eli is his sons, though he was a priest, such a famous personality, but he was not able to discipline his children. So what is the use? I may be a person who is ministering God, but not my child is not is not having a good relationship with God. So no use. So God will question us. That we should know. And for children, I want to tell Ephesians 6:1-3 says that children obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with you and you may live long on the earth. So if you honor your father and mother, things will go well for you and you will have a long life on the earth. So I wish all the children to lead a happy life with Jesus as the best friend and shine like Joseph, Daniel, Esther, Deborah, and so many other examples in the Bible. I wish you all a very happy Children's Day, and I thank FEBA Radio once again. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Suja. So remember, guys, we air on Mondays at 4:30 p.m. That said, if you guys like to contribute to our topics, have anything to say, or just want to tell us what an amazing job you're doing, you can reach out to us at 6364252164. And a huge thank you to our listeners for tuning into this edition of the Reality Bang, your weekly dose of youth power, brought to you by FEBA Online. This is RJ Yohann, wishing you a very happy Children's Day, and I'll see you next Monday. God bless you.